Thank you for joining us for our second edition of News Tonight. With me, Maureen Babidie, on this 22nd of August 2026. In our first report tonight, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni has applauded Kabale Diocese for transforming the lives of the people in Kigezi, both physically and spiritually. The president says the church, as a key partner of national building, has contributed through establishment of schools, health facilities and spreading the word of hope. Museveni, who was represented by the Minister for Health, Chris Bariomunsi, made the remarks at the 60-year celebrations of Kabale Diocese.
Today, we celebrate 60 years of faith and transformation since Kabale Diocese was erected on April 17, 1966, after being separated from Barara Diocese. The Catholic Church has done a great work of transforming people's lives through construction of schools, hospitals, and other community services in Uganda. We appreciate the zeal, unwavering dedication and focus to the humanitarian cause of transforming communities physically and spiritually. The mission of evangelism is a core socio-economic transformation, hard work, discipline, and respect for the values that hold communities and families together. Kabale Diocese has managed to make it the Diamond Jubilee due to its commitment to cause visible changes amongst our people. The NRM leadership recognizes the church as a key partner in nation building and encourages all church leaders in all denominations to preach the gospel of no more sleep and unity in all our endeavors. Uganda has gone through a number of challenges, but God has seen us through. We are at the moment of working hard to see that the people of Uganda overcome poverty right from their households through getting involved in gainful employment. All Ugandans must make sure that they participate in the money economy by building their ability to earn beyond fulfilling the need for only food. The needs of a human being go beyond food, and every Ugandan must be in a position to get money to pay for other needs like medical care, clothing, and other basic needs. The NRM leadership has put in place policies, initiatives, and measures that can enable our people to overcome poverty, and many who have participated are no longer poor. The youth have been skilled through presidential initiatives in the central region and in other regions through the presidential skilling hubs, and other people have been boosted with finances in their circles, a Myoga and parish development model. All these are geared towards causing a fundamental transformation in the people's livelihoods.
Government intends to establish a pension fund for public servants to guarantee their financial sustainability upon retirement. While presiding over the commemoration of 25 years of service by the 2001 Uganda Police Force Cadet intake, the Minister for Public Service, General Retired Edward Katumba Wamala, also former IGP, urged public servants to embrace a strong saving culture to support their lives after retirement.
The police officers joined Uganda Police Force on August 18, 2001 in an intake that comprised of 70 officers, each recruited with a specific professional background, because the recruitment was intended to enhance professionalism within the force.
An advert, we joined as lawyers, as doctors, accountants, economists, teachers, pilots, social scientists, others join under general duties.
The officers have served the force in different capacities, rising through the ranks from special cadets and taking charge of various specialized departments.
In the highest strategic level of the Uganda Police Force. This milestone is a testament to discipline, hard work, resilience, name them.
At the time of recruiting these special operatives, government sought to strengthen the values of integrity and discipline within the police force.
The 2001 intake did not just merely add to the numbers of the Uganda police strength, but we filled critical leadership and strategic positions under with unmatched professionalism.
Some of their colleagues died in the course of duty, notably AIGP Andrew Felix Kawes, who was shot by unknown assailants in 2017, while others have since retired from the force upon reaching the mandatory retirement age.
We recall our colleague AIGP Andrew Felix Kawes, who served as a director in 3 directorates, I can call it: Operations, Human Resource Development, and KMP. And he was also a commander in a police training school. By the time he passed, he had made distinguished service in the Ugandan police force.
Out of the 70 officers, some later joined active politics, such as Smeo Nsubuga, Wilson Kajwenje, among others.
Different directions, but we are still serving our motherland.
General retired Edward Katumba Amala, who was the Inspector General of Police at the time of their recruitment 2001, commended their diligent service.
To have an IGP from 2001, I know with all these positions you are holding, with all these responsibilities you are holding, with all the commitment and which you have shown and the services you have rendered, let's be hopeful that an IGP is coming from Kahoot 2001, and hopefully a lady this time.
General Katumba Amala, who is now the Minister for Public Service, pledged that the government intends to establish a special pension scheme to support public servants upon retirement. This followed the concerns raised by some officers over delayed and inadequate retirement packages.
Those who are retiring now are not getting their package as it should be.
Moving towards improving it, and come next year, 2026, in the 2027 July, we are going to start operating the Public Service Pension Fund, which is a contributory fund where government will be contributing 10% for you on your pension. And then you will be expected or required to contribute a 5%.
The 25 years celebration provided an opportunity to reflect on the legacy built by the officers through discipline, integrity, and the dedicated service to the country. Abdul Nasiri Lubwama for UBC.
In northern Uganda, stakeholders in the fight against violence against children and women in Karamoja have sat in Moroto district to discuss how to respond timely in a multi-sector approach so that victims are afforded justice in time. The meeting was organized by International Justice Mission and attended by prosecutors, district administrators, police, policy and probation officers from Moroto, Napak, Amudat and Nakapiripirit districts.
Research shows 50% of girls in the region are married before 18 years, compared to national average of 34%. Female genital mutilation stands at 2.2%. 78.5% of women in Karamoja have experienced high levels of intimate partner violence at some point in their life, with 55.5% experiencing it within the preceding 12 months alone. This is caused by deeply rooted culture, alcoholism and economic inequality. However, few of these cases are reported, and those that are victims hardly get justice.
14 years, which just getting the one of 9 years to start with time sex. That one is very high in our
now. That's why most of these cases are not handled well.
Witnesses protection. Our places where we are operating, we have a very long distance. From Komoro to Amudat, where there is a court, it is about 50 to 65 kilometers. So when the person comes from adjournment of cases, twice yearly, he does not come. What ends? The protocol. The judiciary will dismiss the case. So that's how we are, at times we are afraid. But
right now we are handling a high court session of about 51 cases. These cases, a majority of them, let me say about 80%, are murder files. And out of these murder files, most of the murder cases within at least Karamoja region where I work arise out of intimate violence partners.
It is from this backdrop that the International Justice Mission organized a coordinated case response mechanism meeting in Moroto district, attended by prosecutors, district administrators, police, policy and probation officers from Moroto, Napak, Amudat and Nakapiripirit districts.
I realize that it is important for the actors to meet earlier and to meet together so that they have more timely response. When we work together, we can resolve some of the challenges like investigative gaps. You find that police may not have a motorcycle or vehicle to go and visit the scene of crime. But if you are meeting together in this forum, there are some NGOs, there are other partners, you can pull resources together.
Resources would allow some of these, the challenges which Karamoja faces can be addressed by looking at some other projects like livelihood.
Justice System Manager at the International Justice Mission, Byron Mwanje, explains the dangers of delayed justice.
Of domestic violence. If a woman does not trust the criminal justice to support her, she's going to end up dying in silence. And we have actually had people die because of keeping quiet and not having confidence to go and report. This also is dangerous because it increases impunity in the community when cases are not responded to.
Stakeholders promise to work together to fight the vice in their areas.
coordinating and reporting and following.
The RDC Singiro district, Nasima Ada, has commended President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni for promoting women's participation in leadership and entrusting them with key positions in government. Nasima made the remarks during Women's Day celebrations in the Singiro district, where she said women have been given greater opportunities to contribute to the development of their country.
These celebrations attracted guests including politicians, religious leaders and residents. In a message delivered by Lois Otafire, Lydia Wanyoto, the State Minister for Public Service, called upon women to work hard and actively participate in the development of their communities. She also appealed to the leaders to fight corruption because it undermines development and slows down service delivery. Nasima Ada, the RDC Singiro, appreciated President Museveni for creating opportunities for women to participate in leadership and national development.
I want to appreciate the government of Uganda, led by His Excellency the President of Uganda, for the support he has rendered to the girl child and the women at large. When a family has issues on issues of domestic violence. That one affects the girl child, especially her education. And I have emphasized in my communication today that we need to look at the growth of our girls when they start education, because you can develop her at the time she starts education.
She further called upon women to hold senior positions and have financial independence, to continue respecting their husbands and maintaining strong families.
I've received a few cases raised by men that are being beaten by women. But I can say that is 10% out of 100. I want to emphasize that women are being beaten behind there, especially those without jobs, those who are not earning. They are facing that challenge.
The woman MP Sinjiro, Lilian Ruteraho, highlighted some of the challenges faced by women and called on government to intervene.
Had a problem of water. As all people, of course not only women, but of course you know women and water. We are the one who is in need of water, especially cooking, preparing at home, and all sorts of things that we do at home. We must have water as something very important, because women were suffering. But these days, I want to tell you that in Sinjiro, God helped us. Through President Yoweri Museveni, we are receiving water.
The leaders have called for continued empowerment of women, accountability among leaders, and concerted efforts to address challenges affecting women in Sinjiro district.
But what we were following today is that woman who is still working for only 2,000 to come out of that and educate her child or educate all the children he has. So I am really very excited that today's Women's Day may touch on someone's life.
I'm Benon Mukwaya and Nelson Akathurira, UBC.
Thank you for that report. Now, members of the newly constituted Parliamentary Tuberculosis Caucus are being challenged to use their legislative, budgetary and oversight powers to accelerate Uganda's progress towards ending tuberculosis by 2030. The MPs are meeting in Kampala for an orientation on the country's TB burden, financing challenges, and the role of Parliament in strengthening national response.
Fight against tuberculosis in Uganda is facing a funding challenge, with health officials warning that limited resources could undermine efforts to find and treat thousands of people living with the disease. The Minister of Health and the Stop TB Partnership are now calling on Parliament to increase domestic financing, strengthen oversight, and keep tuberculosis high on the national agenda.
As a team, as members of Parliament, we need to keep the agenda, like people have requested here, of ending TB, but also ensuring that the different diseases that affect our people are kept high on the agenda.
Uganda remains one of the countries with a high burden of tuberculosis, but the resources available to fight the disease are increasingly under pressure.
However, with the declaration of reduced funding, we want to thank government of Uganda that was able to increase TB funding from about $4.3 million in 2026 to about now the estimate of about $8.4 million for 2027. But important to note here is that the government of Uganda is covering 100% of the first-line TB medicine.
The Executive Director of the Stop TB Partnership Global Organization, Dr. Lucicia Dutoi, says the funding gap for TB is particularly concerning when compared with resources committed to other major infectious diseases.
One important piece, as already was mentioned, is extremely important for you to maintain TB in your attention. And the integration will not work as long as we will have, again, different type of diseases, and one more important than the other.
They say stronger parliamentary oversight will be critical as international health financing becomes more constrained.
So, but as Parliament, we pledge to participate in creating more awareness in all our activities at a political and a public level to help people understand that, first of all, how is TB spread, and then TB is treatable, and also TB is curable.
For Uganda, the message from the meeting is that the fight against TB cannot depend on external funding alone.
Therefore, the MPs also need to come up with a platform that will bring other sectors, even within Parliament, so that each sector can see what is our role in contributing to TB and also in addressing it.
Parliament is being challenged to turn its commitments into increased funding, strong oversight, and sustained political action.
In other news, theatre and performing arts are increasingly being recognized as tools in shaping the character, creativity and social values among children. At an intercultural exchange festival held at Gayaza Junior School, government and cultural leaders emphasized the need to invest in the creative development of children as a pathway to building a stronger future for Africa.
The festival brought together young performers from Uganda, Zimbabwe and Zambia for a celebration of music, dance, drama and cultural heritage, and it provided children and youth with an opportunity to showcase their talents, learn from one another and appreciate the diverse cultures represented at the festival.
That programs as this also contribute to the realization of the aspirations of Agenda 2063, which envisions an integrated, peaceful and culturally vibrant Africa that is driven by its citizens, particularly our children and our youth. And through the Ministry of Gender, Labor and Social Development, I also want to thank our sister ministries, the Ministry of Internal Affairs, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Ministry of Transport. It's been a collaborative effort to ensure that this happens.
State Minister for Youth and Children Affairs, Dr. Mercy Faith Lakisa, emphasized the value of investing in children and encouraged young people to dream big, develop their talents and remain committed to achieving their aspirations.
Our main objective is to make sure that these exchanges help children to learn together, to love each other, and also to know that Africa is our motherland.
This initiative in itself is a self-bearing approach to soft diplomacy between our nations. Uganda has taken the lead in ensuring that this first phase was a success, and it will go a long way in empowering our young people, our children, through the creative arts.
The director of Intercultural Theatre, Golden Times Lumo Richard, said the festival is designed to give children a platform to exchange knowledge, learn cultural values and develop skills that can contribute to Africa's future.
We were talking about the experience that these children have. Most of them, it's their first time flying, and they also flew with Air Uganda, and most of them were in business class, sitting there, experiencing. This is just an experience before they come to Uganda for the actual main event that they came for. So it is of pure value to the children because it lives in their memories forever.
Benon Mokwaya and Jimmy Aluri, UBC News.
A charity run aimed at supporting children with special needs has been held, bringing together families, organizations, sponsors and members of the public to promote inclusion and mobilize support for children living with disabilities. The initiative is also raising awareness about the challenges faced by children with special needs and their caregivers.
The Run for Children with Special Needs brought together children, parents, caregivers, organizations and well-wishers under the theme of inclusion, opportunity and support for children living with disabilities. Beyond the physical race, organizers say the event is intended to draw attention to the needs of children with disabilities and mobilize resources to support their development.
Because we're raising some money for the kids, we want to buy, we want to own an ambulance for them. Our home is found in Butambala, very deep in the village. Sometimes it's hard to have these kids taken to hospitals in case of any emergency, so we need an ambulance of our own. And then we also need a solar system because electricity is very expensive. Where we stay, there's no electricity. Most of our kids feed on machines.
In Uganda, children with disabilities can face barriers in accessing healthcare, rehabilitation, assistive devices, and inclusive education. For families, the cost of specialized care and rehabilitation can also be a significant burden, while limited awareness about disabilities in communities may contribute to stigma and social exclusion.
Ate kyempitamu amazima kinene kubanga omwana bw'ati aba yeetaaga keya n'okusinga bali abalamu kyekyo nakyezuulira nga nze maama nti bano abaana bali much expensive ate nze maama nali sirina. So bwe nasanga Dina Special Foundation ne tukwatagana ne bangamba omwana mutuwe naawe ogireko nga maama olabirira omwana wo.
Early access to assessment, rehabilitation, therapy, and appropriate education support can help children develop communication, mobility, learning, and other essential skills.
So with such needs, it's very important to seek appropriate professional care, appropriate health professional care, and this includes appropriate medical care such as pediatricians, such as physiotherapists. Physiotherapists are the medical professionals that are going to support recovery or rehabilitation through exercise.
The run also provides an opportunity for children with special needs to participate alongside their peers, demonstrating that disability should not be a barrier to participation, talent, or achievement.
Try our level best that we empower them. That is our DNA. But we cannot empower the whole country because the costs are too high. Therefore, I'm calling upon all other stakeholders, please come and stand with us. All government entities, please come and stand with these people. The numbers are many.
As participants cross the finish line, the message is clear. Supporting children with special needs requires more than a single event. It requires sustained commitment, inclusion, and equal opportunities to ensure that every child, regardless of disability, can learn, participate, and realize their full potential. Zahara Abigaba, Rogers Komagom for UBC News.
Thank you for that report. In other news, a family land dispute in Chisigula, Bunamoaya, Wakiso district has attracted the intervention of the Senior Presidential Assistant for Special Duties, Fiona Barungi, who is seeking to reconcile members of the Kagwa family and help resolve questions surrounding ownership of the contested land. A 2-acre piece of land located on Block 265, Plot 285, was reportedly owned by the late George Kagwa. Following his death, a dispute emerged after residents who had settled on the land claimed they'd acquired it from Michael Kagwa, a member of the same family. We have a report.
The dispute over this 2-acre piece of land in Chisigula, Bunamoaya, Wakiso district has pitted members of the family of the late George Kagwa against residents currently occupying the property.
That was reported in our office by the family of Kagwa, and today we are here to execute a court order.
The matter was brought to the office of the Senior Presidential Assistant for Special Duties, Fiona Barungi, by members of the Kagwa family, led by Evelyn Kagwa, seeking reconciliation among family members and guidance on how their late father's estate would be shared.
Twagala okumanya abo abasasula ssente. Abasasulako ssente nga naye ffe tetumanyi. N'okwerula empenda.
Following the death of George Kagwa, the family moved to reclaim the property only to find several residents already settled on the land. The residents reportedly told the family that they had occupied the land from Michael Kagwa, who allegedly represented himself as the rightful owner.
Ne batandika, I would call it scrambling. Nga asobola atukira batukiridde ne bamuwa sente n'ateeka mu nsawo. Nomula n'atukira batukiridde n'ateeka sente n'ateeka mu nsawo.
Funa Kagwa nga part of family. Ngamba bwati. Tata waffe yatugabanyiza. Abawala bafuna ewaabwe buli omu yafuna. Nze wano we wange.
The disagreement later moved to court, with the Kagwa family seeking a determination of the rightful owner of the land.
N'abatuuze nabo balina kye beemulugunya nti abantu bangi baali bazze nga baclaiming nti abo banyini ttaka lineeno baana bakagwa nabo na bikinga naye nga bafere.
I want you to be prepared in your heart to tell me the truth. Yeah, abantu abamu bagakozesa bubi because they have selfish interests.
Siriko twasayiningira omuntu gwe mmanya ali ogwe yafuna ekyapa. By then we were 4.
When that happened, you were 4 administrators.
Kagwa had the title and transfer forms signed by all of them.
Residents occupying the land were subsequently directed to either negotiate with the rightful owners or vacate the land.
There are two different things. You cannot be a squatter yet you bought.
Okay.
So, Mubintu Ebibiri, what did you do? Are you a squatter or you bought land? How do you become a squatter yet you have endagaano ez'okugula ettaka?
No, twasooka kubaako na kibanja.
So, mwegula?
Yes.
Nga muliwo already kutaka?
Yes.
Okay. Bakuwanga something like an agreement because it works like a receipt. That is a receipt of acknowledgement of my money that I've given you. So bakuwanga agreement elaga nti obawadde sente.
Yes.
Okay.
Omukyala Esther ono eyagula wa nannyini nyumba eno yasasula legally kuono mulumba.
In contempt of court. So whatever we have to share here must be rotating around
the court order.
Okay. So kindly.
However, the family says it has no intention of forcefully evicting the resident.
Nangamba na wako timu yemu. Kati ngate ne timu endala ku portion eyo yemu. Eina omuntu bula gwe yajjako ssente mbu naye yennyini wa kitundu ekyo. Kokola ebintu byonna. Ate babikola nga nange nga lawyer waabwe simanyi. Bwe bakwatanga ssente bakwatidde mu nsawo Kagwa waakwata misinde. Ne bakwatanga misinde. Naye tekiba kya bwenkanya. Olwokuba tulina ebiragiro bya kkooti bagobe bugobinga ate mwamala ne muyita eri ne mwogerezanya n'abantu.
Fiona Barungi says her intervention is aimed at ensuring that the court decision is implemented peacefully while protecting the interests of both family and the genuine residents.
Njagala okubeebaza, it's an emphasis, a token of thanks from me. Mwebale kutaba na mtima mibi because the court order gives them the right ownership on this land. So if they are to use it to execute, if we are to execute it, we can use it to evict everyone. They have their right of claim. Court gave them ownership 100%, but they decided that these Bibanja holders can pay what they have already utilized, and then they take a vacant possession.
She has agreed with the Kagwa family to work with the residents, asking each occupant to present their transaction documents for verification at her office.
Agreed that they come in office on Monday and we sit down and see who has paid what, and so that we can settle the matter.
Benon Mukwaya, Jamil Sekajja, UBC.
Ugandan youth leaders have been urged to actively support vulnerable communities as part of their responsibility. The call was made by the president of the Rotaract Club of Kampala South, Emmanuel Mukwenda, during an engagement with corporate sponsors aimed at mobilizing support for vulnerable communities. Meanwhile, the Deputy Managing Director of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Maurice Mugisha, encouraged the youth to build meaningful relationships with people who can add value to their lives.
As part of the efforts to strengthen corporate social responsibility and extend support to vulnerable communities, members of the Rotaract Club of Kampala South held an engagement with corporate sponsors. The initiative is aimed at building partnerships that can improve service delivery and create lasting impact in communities.
A platform where you learn how to be a great leader, how to network, and manage people. It's not easy managing volunteers.
During the engagement, the club also showcased some of its achievements and outlined areas where corporate partners can support its community.
Today, in the evening, the night that was talking about revitalizing our careers and ourselves, but also we had a bit of corporate partners recognition as Kampala South and the Rotaract Club of Kampala South. We recognized over 22 corporate partners, and of these there are 17 companies that are being owned by young youth that are leaders and are part of the Rotaract Club of Kampala South.
The president of the Rotaract Club of Kampala South, Emmanuel Mukwenda, urged young leaders to embrace the discipline of giving back to the society.
What we believe in Rotaract as young leaders is we believe in developing ourselves professionally and in our leadership skills. And today we have witnessed that, because the fact that the entrepreneurial journey of most of our members is being evident, as the fact that they are supporting community causes and supporting impact on their communities, and they are doing good to everyone around them. I implore every one of you to join our circle as Rotaract Kampala South, and also as any Rotaract club that is around the world. Make known of the good that you do, but make it known to the community so we can live a life of purpose and serve above self.
Speaking during an induction session at the event, the Deputy Managing Director of Uganda Broadcasting Corporation, Maurice Mogisha, challenged the youth to be intentional about the people they associate with and to build relationships that positively influence their lives.
You start defining who you are based on the people that add value in your life. So you notice that there is family members who literally hang around your family because there is something they benefit from your family. And so you start discovering that family really doesn't add value to us. So even when they're in your circles, it's really for vibes, really. There's no life, any value added onto your life. So yes, they are family, but that's just it. And then there is the guys in your office who either begin to discover your competition and then you're a threat, or your boss just doesn't like you because you're probably a bit smarter than they are.
The companies pledged to collaborate with the club through initiatives including mentorship, donations and other forms of community.
At Mukazipreneur, we always look at impacting life, changing people's lives. Since we are dealing with women entrepreneurs, we see that we want to create or to make an impact on people's lives to see that they can change.
One of our primary reasons for supporting Rotaract would be to partner in key projects, so ensure that development, organization, funding, where we're able to support them we can, as well as we believe in upskilling, and so for people interested in hospitality, hopefully getting placements in the hotels or mentorships from leadership and organization.
Support. Benon Mokwaya, Ivan Juko, UBC News.
In more news, Uganda Matters University has joined the Uganda Episcopal Conference in search for relief to support the hungry population in Karamoja, looking at collecting 1 billion Uganda shillings to aid the cause. This was announced during a press conference held at the Uganda Matters University campus in Rubaga.
Since March 2026, Karamoja has been experiencing a severe drought, leaving about 32% of Karamojong without food. The Vice-Chancellor, Uganda Matters University, Professor Edwin Patrick Chamanywa, says the challenge facing Karamoja requires both immediate relief and sustainable attention.
We are here as Uganda Matters University to join the Uganda Episcopal Conference in the appeal to run to the help and rescue of our brothers and sisters, countrymen and ladies and children in the region of Karamoja, who are now facing a hunger situation.
The university seeks not only to mobilize support from the affected communities, but also to harness its academics, research and community engagement capacities in contributing to long-term solutions.
This rather relief approach has been identified through the School of Arts and Social Sciences, who are by all nature humanitarian in their way of works, to identify with all our ecosystem, suppliers, providers of services, friends of Kozi, alumni, students around the world.
The Karamojong-born Dr. John Bosco Lokolimoe, also a lecturer at Uganda Matters University, said he lost all his crops due to the drought.
It is now my appeal to you viewers, my brothers and sisters, to come in. I'm appealing that let us contribute for these people who are suffering because of hunger due to drought.
In July 2026, Uganda Episcopal Conference made an appeal to the Catholic dioceses nationwide to donate food and relief supplies. This followed Bishop Severus Jumba dedicated 1 month to mobilizing relief out of the 9 districts.
We are going to use our different campuses of Uganda Martyrs University. This will be one center here in Lubaga. Also in Zambia we can make arrangements, but this is the main one in Kampala. Then in PG it is at the main campus. We have a campus at Masaka also. In the west we have a campus in Fort Portal. To the east we have a campus in Mbale, and to the north we have a campus in Ngeta.
Out of the 9 districts, Kabong, Kotido, Moroto, Karenga, Nabiratuk, Napak, and Amdat are the most affected.
Mami!
Wanje sabo
Ugamotia. Oina kachi. Ha. Kagulinis tekako. Kagulinis. I want everything, eh?
Okay.
Yes. So, when I pay the time, this will increase my loan limit. Hey, Mutieni Momo. Madam, remove the food. Put more meat. Add the meat. Yes. Hey. Now, these are the fruits of paying your loan is in time.
That's right. Every time you repay your Momo loan on time, your loan limit can increase, giving you access to more money when you need it most. Dial *165*5# to borrow, pay back, and grow your limit with Momo loans.
You have juice?
Yes.
Juice in me.
What if accessing government services became easier, faster, and closer to you? Introducing Service Uganda Centers, a new initiative designed to bring key government services closer to the people under one convenient location. Less movement from office to office, less unnecessary travel, better access to services and information. At the Service Uganda Centers, citizens will be able to access national ID services, passport processing, business registration, land and revenue services, and more, all in one convenient location. Whether you are in the city or upcountry, Service Uganda Centers are being designed with you in mind. Enjoy faster service, professional guidance, and a seamless customer experience. This is an initiative of the Government of Uganda, digitally powered by the National Information Technology Authority Uganda, NITA, under the Uganda Digital Acceleration Project Government Network. Service Uganda Centers, bringing services closer to the people.
Uganda, are you ready to take your business to the world? This September, the Gateway to International Markets opens in Istanbul, Turkey. From the 15th to the 19th of September 2026, join AFEX 2026 Africa Business Forum and Expo, bringing together Africa and global markets in one dynamic business platform. Meet international buyers, investors, manufacturers, distributors, traders, and business leaders alongside the Global Franchise and Distributorship Expo. Whether you are in textiles, agro-processing, tourism, logistics, ICT, manufacturing, education, mining, FMCG, healthcare, construction, or automotives, AFEX 2026 gives you the opportunity to connect, exhibit, invest, and expand. Ugandan exhibitors and business visitors, this is your opportunity to showcase your products, discover new markets, build international partnerships, and take your business beyond borders. And when you're ready to make the journey, travel with Gotavet Tours and Travel, your trusted travel partner for AFEX 2026. Register today through a call or WhatsApp on 0782 556 078 or 0701 556 078. Visit Gotavet Tours and Travel at Plot 3 Parliament Avenue, Rajat Chambers, Wing A, First Floor, Suite F1, 026. AFEX 2026 Istanbul, where Africa meets the world.
And now in business news, Uganda is targeting a larger share of the global information technology and IT-enabled services market, with stakeholders calling for stronger policies, infrastructure and investment to transform the country into a competitive global outsourcing hub. The call was made during a high-level symposium convened by the Uganda Free Zones and Export Promotions Authority under the theme From Potential to Performance, positioning Uganda as a competitive global IT and ITES export hub.
Uganda currently earns $48.5 million from IT and ITES exports, a small share of the estimated $1.57 trillion global market and $9.2 trillion African regional market.
This one is
Brenda Kabasinguzi, manager of export marketing services at UFZEPA, said that the country's IT exports peaked at $55.4 million in 2023 before declining, underscoring the need for stronger support to sustain growth.
we are here to, push our country, push our private sector and all other sector players to be able to scale our IT exports, given the potential that we have as a country. And we are big on talent. Recently there was a global ranking where we were ranked 24 out of 193, 24th in terms of BPO outsourcing.
Uganda Free Zones and Export Promotions Authority Executive Director Hez Kimomia Linda says the growing shift in global trade from physical goods to services presents Uganda with an opportunity to diversify its exports.
Uganda can do better because the rest of the world is doing much better and we can't be different. Globally, trade in goods is the biggest form of trade. But services, trade in services is expanding and growing faster. And of course, there are certain policy initiatives that as a country we need to look at and undertake so that we can enable these services to grow.
Most of the economies now that are actually among the G7, majority of them, traditionally they were big into manufacturing. But now they decided to move into the services industry, finances, and these other related services. So it means it's just a plan. You need a strategy as a country.
Private sector is calling for improved digital infrastructure and action on taxation challenges affecting exporters.
So it's a partnership. We can't do everything. So we have to prioritize where we can be good at. So we have young people, educated people. We just need to sharpen them up. And they use these softwares to earn foreign exchange for Ugandans. So it's not that we must do everything, no.
Stakeholders said that infrastructure, skills, research, policy coherence and public-private collaboration will be critical to turning Uganda's IT potential into export growth and high-value jobs. Wadulo Arnold Mark for UBC News.
MTN Mobile Money Uganda Limited has launched a nationwide financial literacy campaign aimed at promoting responsible borrowing and repayment among Momo customers, with Kalerwe Market the proud host of this historic moment.
The campaign, running under the tagline of Borrow, Pay Back Naira seeks to equip customers with the knowledge and discipline to use digital credit responsibly while improving their credit worthiness. Through Momo Loans, customers across Uganda can access digital credit through the Momo Loan Marketplace, as well as dedicated loan products for consumers, agents, and merchants. MTN Momo says the loans can help individuals, farmers, traders, and small businesses manage emergencies, meet daily financial needs, purchase stock, and maintain business operations. Speaking at the launch, MTN Momo Chief Product Officer Jemima Kariuki said access to credit should unlock real value for customers and businesses, while encouraging responsible borrowing and consistent repayment.
Here today in Kalerwe Market, where we are launching our campaign. What is most important is the ability to borrow, you pay back, and also increase your limits. So the way you use this service is that you must borrow, you must pay back, and you also can have your limits increased every single time.
The campaign centers on 3 key messages: repay on time, borrow again, and maintain a good repayment record to improve your credit score.
Ate MTN wekola kakadde enzo kwagalayo ng'emitwalo 10. Yandibadde eyagala ng'emitwalo 5 omuntu n'abeera ne zibeera affordable ku muntu n'azisasula okusinga wanaayeewola ate n'amenya mu layini enkya.
Over the coming months, the campaign will reach customers through television, radio, digital platforms, social media, and community activations. MTN Momo says the initiative is part of its commitment to financial inclusion, helping Ugandans develop better credit habits while using mobile money loans to support financial stability and business growth.
Mami!
Wanje sabo.
Ugambotia. Oina kachi. Ha. Kagurini zitekako. Teka kagurini. I want everything, eh?
Okay.
Yes. So, when I pay the time, this will increase my loan limit. Hey, Mutieni Momo. Madam, remove the food. Put more meat. Add the meat. Yes. Hey. Now, these are the fruits of paying your loan is in time.
That's right. Every time you repay your Momo loan on time, your loan limit can increase, giving you access to more money when you need it most. Dial star 165 star 5 hash to borrow, pay back, and grow your limit with Momo loans.
You have juice?
Yes.
Juice in me.
The Uganda People's Defense Forces invites you to the second edition of the UPDF-CDF Inter-Forces Drill Competition. Join us on Tuesday, 25th August 2026 at the Kololo Ceremonial Grounds for an electrifying showcase of precision drill, synchronized formations, discipline, and military excellence. Under the theme Precision, Discipline, and Cohesion, Pillars of National Resilience and Transformation. Witness UPDF formations battle for the coveted Inter-Forces Drill Championship. Who will take the crown? Will it be the Land Forces, Air Force, Special Forces Command, Field Artillery, Motorized Infantry, Marines Brigade, Directorate of Women Affairs, Military Police, or one of the 1st to 5th Divisions? The event will be presided over by the Chief of Defense Forces, General Muhoozi Kainerugaba. For more information, call 0392 947 455.
And now in sport, Muslim students from universities across Uganda have been urged to embrace sports as a tool for promoting unity, identifying talent, and empowering young people. The call was made at the inaugural Inter-University Muslim Tournament 2026, kicked off at Makerere University Business School in Nakawa, presided over by Senior Presidential Assistant Hajat Hadija Namialo. The tournament brought together teams from more than 13 universities.
The tournament has brought together teams from more than 13 universities, organized by the Muslim Students Leaders Forum Uganda in partnership with the Makerere University Business School Muslim Students Association. The competition is aimed at bringing Muslim students from different universities together, strengthening brotherhood and creating opportunities for young people to identify and develop their sporting talents. The chairperson of the Muslim Student Leaders Forum Uganda, Matova Saad, called on participating universities to use the competition to strengthen unity and cooperation among Muslim students.
As an area of uniting as Muslim student leaders and also embracing the Muslim brotherhood like the way the Muslim professionals are doing it.
The tournament has attracted participation from more than 13 universities, with organizers expressing hope that more institutions will join in future editions.
The tournament has started today, the 22nd of August, and the other day is 23rd of August, and we shall have our finals on the 29th of this month, August.
This is the first edition happening right here. We are expecting a friendly match. We are expecting relationship with other universities.
Senior Presidential Advisor Hajat Hadija Namialo officially opened the tournament and called upon the participants to use the platform to nurture their talents and pursue opportunities at both national and international levels.
We are trying to identify talent, and it is my understanding to see that we rarely qualify for a World Cup or even African Cup, yet we have youth that are really into the game and energetic, and we feel like you can boost our flag yet further internationally.
And that brings us to the end of tonight's news business. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Maureen Babide. From me and the entire team, we wish you a lovely night.